E aí?
E aí?
Como estamos?
Um pouco ansiosa, né? Eu acho que vai dar tudo certo. Acho que não vai dar tudo certo.
E aí, Nai?
I am happy. I am very happy. I don't believe yet. I am anxious. Yes. Thankful.
Ela resolveu fazer em inglês.
Mariana,
E aí? Tô animada.
tá animada?
Tô animadíssima. Tô cansada, mas tô animada. Acho que vem muita coisa legal por aí.
É. Quando dá pra chegar lá, no frio?
Não vejo a hora, né? Quase 2 dias. Vejo a hora de chegar no Quase 2 dias de viagem. Já estamos, cansadinhos já.
Mas vai ser, ó.
But I'm happy to see you. I'm happy Feliz. Contente. Contenta. Em Spanish, contenta.
Bronx, Winston Bridge.
You know, 13 years here, he never stops. Always. No smoke, no drink, nothing.
The art. Okay. So that's good. So famous murals, that's number 2. The Bronx Walk of Fame, it's good, but it's long. It's long, and it's not always hip hop. It's like piano. It's
Okay. So we can.
Yeah, it's
Good.
not just hip hop. Yeah.
Of the list.
But I can take you to a
Hall of
gallery,
Fame.
that has graffiti.
I'm A gente acabou de chegar aqui no Museu do Hip Hop, no Museu Universal do Hip Hop, que é aqui no Bronx. E vamos lá, né?
Para poder conhecer, né, o berço do break, do hip hop, principalmente do break, né? Foi em Bronx. E vamos ver o que tem aí.
E vamos entrar, né? Vamos ver como é que é.
Alcohol abuse cuts across all generations. It's especially damaging to young people. Officers were wounded, and now Davis is on trial.
I see New York as a gorgeous mosaic of race and religious faith.
Today, Nelson Mandela was freed from prison.
Alright, so how was that? That was cool? Your video? Alright, cool. Glad to hear that. Just shows you through all those crazy events, a beautiful culture and beautiful music was created out of that time period. Alright? So, pretty cool. So before you have a little pictures out of sheet metal back in the day. Right, so you can see how it looks like a star, the letter D mixed together, and basically the way the sculpture flows is to represent how the B-boys and the B-girls, or the poppers and lockers, how they would dance back in the day, right? And a cool fun fact about this guy is he created the original design of the BET Award, which is pretty cool.
Welcome to Universal Hip Hop DC.
one struggle, one people, one country. So they're very like conscious and straight. It's not a show. We have to be political and boycott. So it was a good group. Maybe some people don't like this too. Malcolm X, like very political and conscious. I like it. É inexplicável. É inexplicável. Tem uma energia no lugar, porque as coisas elas traz energia de pessoas, de um tempo histórico, de uma história. E é muito incrível poder estar aqui, porque, sei lá, parece que... Eu não sei nem explicar, parece que as coisas têm vida, parece que nutre ao mesmo tempo, né? Então, eu estava fazendo um vídeo agora e pensando como é importante a gente ir nos lugares, no lugar em que iniciou toda essa história. Porque tem hip hop no mundo inteiro, mas é totalmente diferente estar aqui. É muito diferente estar aqui. Né? A Secretaria de Cultura, o Programa FAC Conexão, proporcionou pra gente agora, nos 50 anos de cultura hip hop, viver uma coisa que é como se eu esperasse a vida inteira pra ver isso aqui. Porque no Brasil a gente vive, acho que nem 5% do que é isso aqui tudo.
Hoje a gente pode sentir como é que foi o começo, tipo assim, quando eles lutaram pra trazer isso que a gente faz hoje, sabe? É emocionante essa explicação.
É muito emocionante, é muita resistência, tem muita luta, muita superação, muita resistência. E ver tudo isso exposto assim, tão bonito, é surreal demais, é emocionante mesmo. O Manaí fala música, as músicas tocando, é foda.
E é engraçado como me remete também quando eu comecei, sabe? Caramba, por que a gente tá aqui hoje? Por que a gente ainda continua com isso? Sei lá, tipo, isso traz muito agora. Caramba, a gente tá aqui pra inspirar outras pessoas. Eu tô chorando, né?
Dê um abraço aí, vocês duas.
Não é por acaso.
Gente, eu não gosto de chorar.
É muito lindo, né? Sei lá, é muito lindo. Tem muita força, muita força.
Tá só começando, hein?
Very special.
You are now the descendant.
Yeah, we are descending.
You are carrying now the magic and the message.
Speak a little bit of this place.
Oh, yeah. So, hi. We are at 1520 Sedgwick Avenue, the place of the original first party that Kool Herc and his sister, Cindy Campbell, organized and threw here. And it is officially like hip-hop's birthplace. So 50 years ago, Cindy Campbell and Kool Herc threw a party in there in a community center, and break beats and b-boys, and it was an amazing party. And then everybody was starting to do hip hop.
Yeah.
So hi, I'm Rockefeller, and this place is very special to me because in 1996, maybe even 1995, this building used to have dance studios upstairs, but downstairs was the basement that was cheap to rent. So Quickstep rented the space I was still learning how to break. I wasn't still a B-girl. And people came to practice with quick step from other countries. And some young people started to like be curious, like, what's breakdance? People breakdancing now? So it was like a good connection of like OG, international B-boys, and young people, and me. And so Thursday nights from 9 p.m. to midnight every week we were here. And it was like live DJ, some beatboxing. It was like hip hop all of a sudden had somewhere to go. So this place on Broadway was very special. I would say maybe from 96 to about 2000, maybe, we were here. And Quick Step was like trying to make hip hop not forget about the breaking. So it was an important place for me, and now it's different. The Adidas store is this. But for a long time for me, it was an old building, but with so much magic and so much history. Because even upstairs, they had dance studios. So even upstairs, there was magic. There was dance happening. So it was like a special building. So, but New York City is always making new. So new building, new place. I'm still here though, and now you know. So 622 Broadway. Yeah.
Thank you.
Push against it. Look, look. Here. Still digging in the crates. And this is no donut too. Yeah. Check it. It's no more than in the crates. You can almost understand why they move like that. The funk, the atmosphere. You come to New York, you understand why they break the way they do. And it's related with Brooklyn, Bronx, inside.
That's why we are here.
There's a lot to learn. But I don't know where she is in her career. She want to compete, but she want to learn.
Conta pra gente o que vai acontecer aqui.
Então, a gente vai participar de um TV show da Rockefeller e do Quick Step. Tem alguns nomes incríveis aqui, junto com a gente. Um deles é o Bronx, que é um dos DJs mais importantes da cultura. E, enfim, eu já quero tirar foto com ele.
E aí, gente, como vocês estão se sentindo?
Tô muito feliz, ao mesmo tempo nervosa. Nunca imaginei sair lá do Vale e estar aqui em Bronx ainda fazendo um programa. Cara, foi muito além do que eu pensava de eu chegar assim. E eu acho que é legal porque uma forma a gente pode servir de inspirações, né? Das pessoas da nossa comunidade e tal.
É sobre isso. É muito louco, assim, muito importante também estar recarregando essa bateria do sentir, né? Do sentir o que realmente é o break, essa cultura. A gente vai agora.
Represent hip hop in the country of Brazil. Y'all know where that's at? Start Googling, find the map. That's where they're from. Thank you for being here. Thank you for traveling. And thank you for being, holding up the legacy and the culture of hip hop. Thank you so much. So, when did you start to break? Was it like yesterday?
No.
When did you start?
I started in 2001 in an NGO called Ação Esperança, like Action Hope in English.
Okay.
And when I was 18 years old.
Yeah. And she's 21 now. So, I'm only kidding.
Being here, it is important for me because to be represent my community.
Mariana, Fabi, and Nye. What's going on, man? It's the X Factor DJ Boogie Blind, world famous executioners, heavy hitters, right here. We're live in the Bronx with my friends from Brazil.
And what hip hop means to you?
Oh man, hip hop to me, I think it means, in so many words, I think hip hop means unity. And sometimes people can use that for good, and sometimes people can use that for evil. But in the same breath, I feel like it does bring everybody together. You know, some people have hidden agendas. Some people are just naturally genuine and want to help people. And, you know, you just got to know how to move in that circumference, you know? Thank you so much.
You.
Tudo bem, tudo bom. And bring back the Guaraná for the kid.
Revive breaking in New York City because, you know, when I come in, it's not so much breaking. When Quickstep come in, everybody can break. So when I come into breaking in the 90s, zero. There's no breaking. So we were starting to invite people here. So me and Fabi, right now we're in the studio at the Point, in the Hunts Point area. It's a community center that was built to serve the area, this neighborhood. This neighborhood has a lot of poverty, a lot of poor people. The people then got together to create a center. So I was here in '96 to establish dance classes, breaking classes in the studio as a woman. And then in return, they let me and Quickstep practice for free with young people who were like looking or curious. And so step by step, month by month, we helped to build the breaking community here in the Bronx. And then, of course, everybody then started to copy and make their own practices. Yeah. But this is a very important place. And here there is graffiti, there was DJ classes, rap concerts. So every element had a moment here to then be established and move on. Wow. But this is the point.
Nice.
Yeah. Very special place. You know, the floor has magic. It's magic. There were so many people dancing. Yeah. So thank you for coming here and adding your presence and your energy to the floor and to the room. Very special for you to be here. And for me to see you here. Very special.
Nice.
This is part of my beginning. So it's Broadway, and when we were yesterday or Tuesday, and then here. That's the journey. Downtown, and then here. From here we go to another space, but it's like the chronology is there first, and then
And the year, when?
96.
96?
96.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's almost the same as over there. 97, 98 over there. So it's like a lot of my history is in these two places. So
It's a special place, right?
it is, and I always come back and I try to have rehearsal or a show or a movie. I try to come back to the point so that the point isn't losing energy or losing money or losing exposure. I try to come back here.
It's a kind of roots.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. It's like the program you were talking about, Esperanza.
Yeah.
You want to go back.
Yeah.
Because that's where you grew, and if you forget it, it might die. You have to keep pouring water.
Yeah.
Water on the
It's like
flower.
nutrition.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they give us nutrients, and we give back. After we become big, then we pour it back. So
Nice.
thank you so much for being here. Yeah. Is this one? Yeah, I met him yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Grand
this is
Masterclass. Grand Masterclass.
yesterday.
Ele mesmo.
Young.
Is he?
1980. In a small space. Is a neighborhood in the Bronx where it was in the 70s and the 60s it was a little dangerous, and so there's a precinct police headquarters there, and there was a movie called Fort Apache that represented the residents of that neighborhood in a bad way. And so Puerto Ricans in particular and blacks, it made us look like criminals, like drug addicts, and so there was a big protest to stop the filming, of this movie and the release of the movie. And so it was a misrepresentation of us here in the Bronx. And so when we think of Fort Apache, the Apache people are a tribe from the southwest of America. And they also went through a lot of misrepresentation and bad, violence and behavior. So this mural is beautiful because it's connecting the struggle of the Apache Nation and us here in the Bronx. So this mural connects, and this mural is done by Tats Crew. So, and Douglas Miles is not Tats Crew, but he is the person who helped to inspire this mural. So it's really important. And you're here in Hunts Point, and you're here at the Point.
Nice.
It's a beautiful connection. I begin with this.
They do a lot.
They look at our top rock. Some of it is coming from here. Okay.
Walking.
is this one. He's the youngest. These are his uncles. So they teach him how to tap. He is half Cuban, half African American. And this is like such a long time ago. I show my students this too, because this is top rock. Yeah. So our top rock comes from tap and Lindy Hop. That's our root. They can't mix and they can't be over there. The Europeans that are here are watching how African Americans are dancing. So our top rock is from here. The Charleston, from South Carolina, the Broadway, tap dance. It's like I pass something to you and then you pass to them, and now we're in 1970s and we're recreating something from the past, but we're calling it top rock. You know. I'll leave that there. It's coming from African American dance in 1930, 1920. Somebody gave him this moment in a movie. So he was so popular, boom, he ends up being, elevated to a movie. So this is another one you can definitely, because there's a connection and there's a lesson. We have to learn what happened to them should not happen to us. We should be smarter to be able to preserve what this looks like. Evolution is good, but the root, that's the important part. So these are just some of the things that I show in my class, especially in college and university, because I have students who are paying to have a degree in dance. So I have to be able to show them some of the roots. Just 1955. It's before Michael Jackson. It's before the Poppers and Boogaloo, and so there again is another picture or video of somebody before what we call street dance or hip hop or popping. There's a proof of a video of somebody who was doing it before us. And so even though we maybe make some evolution, maybe we go in a circle and maybe we do some remix, but the root is there. So you cannot erase that it's coming from a people who cannot drink water where white people are drinking, cannot be in the same place as white people, and they are still being creative. And when the talent is good, they invite you to a movie or they invite you to a restaurant, and you can be there and you can get paid and maybe get some food, even though after you do the show, bye-bye, you cannot be with us. But at least you have some opportunity to belong and to be respect and to be given some love. So our art and our creativity is helping us to give bridge access to opportunity and to money and to feeling love. Now it's a little bit easier because people are understanding. Oh yeah, you dance. Oh, you dance. Like today at the point, oh my God, you dance, you dance. You know, so you have a connection, and sometimes young people don't have this connection, so they don't have access. They don't have connection. So art and creativity is one of the best instrument for people who are poor to get better life. So,
yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, and Bill Bailey, you know, this moonwalk, you think is Michael Jackson, but it's before.
Before that, snake in the grass.
Oh yes, before snake in the grass.
Snake.
Before.
Snake.
snake in the grass.
Snake in the grass.
Yeah. So it's important to show people these things because the information is not there. You know, I mean, it's there, but it's not like. And it's casco, like the hard part. You know, like coconut. Casca, right? The casco of it, they would empty it and they would put it on their heads, and they would get on their heads and they would do head spins. So this is an African tribe. You know, there's no footage. I was trying to maybe find some, but we know that it belongs. The head spin originates in Africa somewhere, and they're not doing footwork. They're not doing freezes. They're not doing top rock.
Only head spin.
The head spin. But we know that it exists before us. Just like we know capoeira exists before hip hop. We know it. So it's important for me to show young people that we spiritually are connected to something powerful.
Yeah.
And so we are borrowing, right? We are sampling that power and that strength when we do breaking. You know, it's like something that we are in our DNA. It's just showing up. So it makes me feel more strong and more responsible. I have a responsibility. So it gives me purpose. And if I have purpose, I'm going to live a long life. If I don't have purpose, I don't care.
Yeah.
You lose interest. You're not so excited to do the dance or to be involved. You're not so excited, you know. So time. It's never at the same time, two people. It's always one when you break. But at least with capoeira, you're seeing the intention of a fight. You're seeing the intention of the dialogue. You do something, I do something. So I make sure to show. And sometimes they have sneakers, but most of the time capoeira is barefoot. And there are
capoeira Angola, we use shoes. Because it's different. Because capoeira regional is when black people was slaves. And capoeira Angola was when black people was free.
Yeah. So even here, this guy has sneakers, this one is barefoot.
Yeah.
So it's trying to make my students see, like, what is so different, what is the same.
E maior é Deus, e maior é Deus, pequeno sou eu. O que eu tenho.
Então, aqui é o Graffiti Hall of Fame e tem grafite de muitas pessoas importantes da cultura hip hop. Tem um vídeo do Ken Swift aqui, dançando aqui. Você lembra, Nai? Tem um vídeo do Ken Swift em The Freshest Kids, ele dança aqui.
Que ele faz
umas imagens aqui.
que o hip hop significa para você?
Eu acho que dentre todos os significados que o hip hop tem, talvez o mais importante que eu tenho percebido aqui é a ponte, a conexão com as minhas e os meus ancestrais. As pessoas que me antecederam, as nossas mais velhas e os mais velhos. Desde o momento que essas pessoas foram escravizadas, até as pessoas que foram banidas dessa terra, sabe? As primeiras e os primeiros povos originários daqui, né? Não só daqui dos Estados Unidos, mas também do Brasil e de outros lugares do mundo. Significa conseguir me conectar a essa força, que pôde criar tudo isso, toda essa cultura, e que com muita resistência e luta conseguiu que pessoas como eu pudessem chegar nessa fonte de poder. É isso que o hip hop significa para mim.
O que hip hop significa para você?
Então, a palavra que mais define para mim é resistência. É você sentir que essa força, essa mistura, né, que faz essa mistura toda de povos, de culturas diferentes. E eu acho que essa mistura toda criou um hip hop que não, a gente nem consegue definir de tão amplo que é, de tão especial que é. E eu estar aqui hoje tá sendo, a gente sentir isso, né, como começou, é o berço do hip hop. Então, assim, você sentir como foi a luta deles, qual foi o meio deles se expressar, tudo que eles estavam passando naquele momento. É a gente voltar no passado, poder valorizar, para a gente também poder seguir, ter uma visão de futuro, mas sem desvalorizar o nosso passado, sabe? E acredito que é muito isso, é resistência, é essa força, é uma força incrível, assim, de pessoas que resistiram a tudo isso. E eles conseguiram expressar isso através da arte, através do hip hop. Enfim, é muito incrível tudo.
This is Sonia Sotomayor. This is who this building is for. And she lived here. She grew up as a child here. And she became a Supreme Court Justice in Washington, D.C. for the nation. Sotomayor. That's our full circle. Have practices Tuesdays and Fridays, 7 p.m. to 9. Maybe 4 years now. So it's a good place. Thank you.
Pra gente, o que vai ser feito aqui?
Que vai ter um encontro com lideranças da comunidade do breaking e a gente foi convidada para participar. Vai ser bem legal. Daqui a pouco eu vou receber a pauta que a gente vai trocar hoje.
Anyone who would like to express something or say something about the clip or about breaking right now, feel free. This is your space, and you are important. You're important to the elders. You're important to the young people. You're important to the mentors who brought you here. Everything you say is valid. Again, thank you for all the work you have been doing. We see you. It's not invisible. And we want to help you establish the next 50 years. But as I said, we won't be here in 50 years. So it's really important right now to make sure that y'all are on fire. And we want to put more wood under that fire so that you keep going and
feel like King's and Queens, because you are Kings and Queens in New York City.
Everything.
A gente está numa galeria aqui de grafite, no Bronx.
It's Quick Step, Full Circle Soldiers, Fresh Kids, Break to Dawn is the Origin crew, Brooklyn, New York. I now live in the Bronx. I was posed the question what hip hop means to me. To me, hip hop is a modern day Afro-diasporic, unifying, multidisciplinary movement of a people. It was given to us as a gift to help save us as a people from despair that was here in the 70s that made the ghettos look like World War III. We made something out of nothing, and that's literally what happened. We had nothing around us, including the lack of programming, art programs, no food programs. Everything was desolate. Food desert, soul desert, music desert. So we had to really represent who we were as a people. A divine intelligence through a movement known as hip hop. If you break down what hip hop is, hip is to know. Hip. You gotta be hip to what's happening. Hop is what they used to call a jam before hip hop even was invented, like the bebop era. Let's go to the hop meant like let's go to the jam. So hip is a to be in the know. Hop is a movement. We put that together. That's hip hop. Now a lot of people get into hip hop for the moves, especially breaking. But if you only know the moves and you don't know the movement of the people, then you don't have knowledge of self. You have to have knowledge of who you are, your ancestors, and understand why hip hop is a reflection of all your ancestry. Hip hop is the subwoofer to who you are. You bring with you in a club, let's say, your body, but the speakers amplify who you're going to be on the dance floor. Hip hop in essence is this thing. It's almost like speakers that speak to you, and when you speak, you're speaking through volumes of ancestral relations that you don't even understand. But when you let go and you speak, it's like having an out-of-body experience. And you're speaking through these multidisciplinary movements, such as the graffiti, really known as writing, MCing, which means to move the crowd. When you can move the crowd, that's your voice. You're a griot. You're moving the crowd. When you dance on the floor, when you breaking means the pinnacle of the circle. When you break on somebody in the hood, you could break on somebody, meaning you could snap on somebody, meaning making fun of somebody. You could break on somebody, which means being mad at somebody. You could break on somebody, means you want to fight somebody. But when they're breaking in a cipher, you're breaking through a barrier of, what can I say, of chains. The music sets you free. The music is your medicine. And when you cure all your ills in a cipher, you are curing everyone around you. So instead of hurting people, you are helping people. And hip hop was meant to help people. There's a difference between hip pop culture and hip hop culture. Hip hop culture is what you see on TV and what you hear on the radio. Hip hop culture is what you feel amongst the people. And this is what hip hop is to me. Who do I perceive in the ancestry of breaking? Hip hop culture didn't invent anything. This is a quote from Grandmaster Caz. Hip hop culture didn't invent anything, it reinvented everything. So, how can we break that down? When the civil rights movement stopped, hip hop movement was there to reinvigorate us to have a voice still. So as black and brown people in the United States, in New York in particular, we see everything from the buildings down. We see everything around us, so we can see the devastation. This is how our ancestors see us. They can see the devastation and they come down to help. When you see the devastation of what was happening, hip-hop consciousness is ancestral consciousness. You see what your people are going through and you figure out, how can I help? How can I be part of the solution? And it's what I call the solution, S-O-U-L, lution, right? Because The solution comes to you when the music speaks through you. And when the music speaks through you, your body speaks to the people. And your ancestry is in that movement. It's African ancestry. Hip hop in specific form is Afro-diasporic in New York City, the way it was laid out only in New York City. Hip hop culture in particular cannot have been born in DC, California, Midwest. It was born in New York because of all the Afro-diasporic people that were here, from African Americans to Afro-Caribbean, that's what I tell people. Hip hop is made up of Afro-American and Afro-Caribbean. And the Afro-Caribbean strip is really big when it comes to the slavery that was happening. And so the ports that opened up in New York City and people coming through the Bronx, that's how salsa was developed. That's how hip hop was developed. Because in America, drums were not allowed. In the Caribbean, drums were allowed. So when we came from the Caribbean with our drums, we brought, our religious ways, so when you have Santeria. In the Afro-Caribbean practice, you have Yoruba. And with Yoruba, you bring the drum. And with the drum, you bring polyrhythms, right? So in hip-hop, in the Afro-American rhythms, it's like 4 to the floor, or the hip-hop rhythm, boom, cap, to boom, cap, or jazz, right? And they developed that here because the drums that weren't allowed through slavery. In the Caribbean, in order for us to work and be happy, they allowed the drums. And through the drums, we practice the Yoruba religion. And the Yoruba religion is straight from Africa. And there's a lot of different religions in Africa, but somehow the Yoruba religion was the strongest to make it. And if you think about who made it here from Africa and all the Caribbean strips, it was the best of us. Because a lot of our ancestors died in the waters. So whoever made it here created babies that were super strong, right? And Afro-Caribbean and Caribbean people and, the native Indians to those islands came together in unison to fight slavery. So that fight, it's in our DNA. So when hip-hop came about, we understood before it was called hip-hop that we needed to unite even though the civil rights movement was gone. Example, when you hear the old school rhymes, I am a somebody, that comes from the marches in the streets. I am somebody. I am somebody. That ended up in the rhymes when the civil rights movement got taken away. So in the beginning of hip-hop culture, in the early 70s or to mid-70s on, you heard Afro rhythms. Example, in hip-hop, you have boom, pap, pap, to boom, pap, which translates now for the younger generation, no music. But what's the Afro-Caribbean rhythm? You heard that in the original hip-hop. And when you hear the boom bap beat, boom, cat, tap, tick, boom, cat, inside of that you hear cat, 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 cat. So while everyone's dancing on a 1, 2, 3, 4, we're on every other rhythm as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You understand? So those rhythms are ancestral. They connect you to those African rhythms. And when you let go and you understand that, your ancestors now, it's better than having a crew. We have family that go way, way back. So to me, those ancestral ties of the African diaspora is very deep in hip hop. And that to me is, you have the 4 elements, which is the graph and the dance and the DJing and the MC. But the 5th most important element is knowledge. And knowledge itself means knowledge of your ancestral roots. Understand your ancestral roots and you'll be grounded for life. Peace.
My name is Rockefeller. My real name is Ana Garcia. I'm from New York City. My parents are from Puerto Rico, and I'm known as a B-girl, so a female break dancer, breaker, and I am a co-founder of Full Circle Productions, Inc., a non-profit dance company based in the Bronx.
What hip-hop means to you?
Hip-hop is freedom. Hip-hop is a chance to recreate my identity. Hip-hop is redemption. Hip-hop is a connection to my ancestors. Yeah.
And how do you perceive the ancestors in breaking, the ancestrality in breaking?
Breaking? Wow. Well, breaking brings me to the circle. The circle is found in so many ancient, original First Nation practices. So already, once we gather in the circle, we're connecting to the past. The drum is very important, very prominent in the ear. So I'm connecting to my ancestors who played the drums. I am in a dialogue with the other people dancing, and that is very traditional for Afro-diasporic people. But all people who enter the circle are coming into a space of exchange and love and release. There's a release that's happening in the circle. So I feel like my ancestors are there, but we are doing something new. So the 70s brings a new manifestation of the past tradition. So it is the next step, the next expression, the next version of what we did back generations ago.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.